Welcome to Griffin MTG. In honor of the Thanksgiving season, I decided, since I'm thankful for everyone participating in our polls and also for being here with my dad in this journey, that I would introduce him to the Isshin deck that has been constructed.
I'm hoping I'm thankful for the Isshin deck you're about to show me.
Well, it's a bit more convoluted than the game plan to Sakashima,
Okay.
or Sakashima and Kamal, but it's still fairly straightforward. Turn things sideways and attack. You're just going to need to know a lot more keywords.
Okay. I feel like I'm not ready for this deck, but
I think he is.
as my learning style, I'm going to just plow ahead.
So this is the commander. Isshin, 2 heavens is 1.
We did some voting,
Yeah.
so anyone who follows the channel knows if a creature, 1 red, 1 white, 1 black. Legendary creature. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. This is something you love.
Yes.
You're
double
trying
trigger.
to teach me to also love it. Sorry, I'm dropping it.
Sloppy.
Sloppy.
Now, I have this card set to the side. I would like you to guess why.
Enchantment. As this enchantment enters, choose Mardu or Jeskai. Mardu. If a creature attacking, I can guess where this is going. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So now I'd be up to 4.
Nope. 3. Additional time.
Not a double.
Double. It's
Okay.
an additional.
I don't care about the Jeskai part.
Nope.
Okay.
The just card part does not matter. So you have an additional trigger thing and an additional trigger. In theory, you can get 3 triggers off each of these, because this entire stack is creatures that have things that happen when they attack.
They're all triggered.
These are all triggered
Triggering.
on attacking.
Okay.
So Sun, Titan, Star Athlete, Sky Knight Vanguard. There's a lot in here. Well, I think everyone's going to be a fan of Aurelia the War Leader, extra combats.
You're going to have to help me with extra combat.
Yes.
Well, you'll have to help me with a lot.
Well, so let's start with just,
Okay,
we're not going to go through all these,
Yes.
but Sunshine is one of the most famous cards for its combat trigger.
Giant Vigilance. Got to help me out here. Vigilance is, it can attack and it doesn't have to tap.
Correct.
Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, nice, to the battlefield. Does that count as a trigger?
Is when it attacks. So this ability triggers when it attacks.
So if Isshin is already out,
Return 2 things.
that are 3, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Exactly. So that's the idea of this entire pile.
They're not all going to be when they attack. The triggers might be enter the battlefield.
No, these are all when they attack.
Well, that one's also enter the battlefield
But
when it attacks.
it's or it attacks.
Okay.
Star Athlete when it attacks. Sky Knight Vanguard whenever Sky Knight Vanguard attacks. Sorry, there is one exception. Shanid, Sleeper, Scourge.
Menace. Other legendary creatures you control have menace. Whenever you play a legendary land or cast a legendary spell, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
There are enough legendaries in this pile. You need card advantage. It's a way to draw more cards.
Okay.
This is the one exception in the pile of creatures.
They look expensive.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are distinctly expensive.
Okay.
That's why we're going to go a bit out of order. We
Sorry.
have this pile.
This is going to be ramp.
These are all ways to ramp. And this is just to make sure you have lands in hand.
Land attacks. During your upkeep, if an opponent controls more land than you, like this already, you may search your library and remove up to 3 basic land cards, wow, and put them into your hand.
That's a way to make sure you always make your land drop.
But hold on, this is hurting my brain. This is a 1 mana enchantment.
It puts them into your hand, not onto the battlefield. So you still have to only do 1 per turn.
Okay. That would have been
Yes.
insane.
It
You
is
knew where I was
not
going.
that good.
Okay.
But if we want attack triggers to help you ramp, these both put lands onto the battlefield. And Curse of Opulence, some
I've
people
seen
might
that.
know this, attack trigger that gets you gold.
All right. Sword of the Animist. Equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. I choose a creature. Whenever that equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
If Isshin's out, you do that twice.
Wow, okay. Isshin does not affect the +1/+1.
No,
It affects the
when this
ability.
creature attacks.
I get to search your library for 2 basic lands.
Exactly.
Okay. And Bitterhorn, I've seen this. Yes, we played this.
I believe you've seen it, but if you
It came out in a game somewhere. Living Weapon. When this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 black Phyrexian germ creature token. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield. Okay. Similar.
yeah, it's the same concept. So those are 3 ways to ramp off combat tricks, or not combat tricks, but by attacking that are going to trigger these. These are 4 other ways to get boosts from combat, because all of these are when it attacks. So this one is one of my favorites. So if you will,
Legion, Loyalty, Enchantment. Creatures you control have Myriad. I don't know Myriad.
there's a continuation.
Whenever a creature with Myriad attacks for each opponent other than defending player, so if we're in a full pod, 2 other people, or
Yes.
you may create a token copy that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Exile the tokens at end of combat. Didn't follow all of that. So I attack and get tokens right then that attack.
No, you're close, but all right,
It's tapped.
let's put these down. So myriad means when you attack, you declare your attackers, and then all the triggers go off. So you do all the triggers, then you myriad, those creatures come in tapped and attacking. They don't trigger attack triggers because they've already skipped declare attackers.
Okay.
They just come in attacking people.
I'm going to have to see it played
Yes.
out to understand it.
So say, this is actually perfect. We have a Sun Titan. It hasn't entered the battlefield effect. Your tokens will enter the battlefield. You get that trigger. But whenever it attacks will not happen because they come in attacking. So the token was essentially declared attacking when it was not on the field. Therefore, it can't trigger its ability.
Okay.
So when it comes in tapped and attacking, you just get any ETB enter the battlefield effect, and then it swings its own. What's fun here is, if this is out, 2 of these will appear attacking
2 Sun Titans.
each person, other than the one the original's attacking.
Okay.
So that's 4 Sun Titans coming down.
On the other
2
2 people. If I have Legion Loyalty out.
Correct. Or if you have Blade of Selves, which gives the equipped creature Myriad.
Okay. Again.
Yes. And then we also have this, so double.
If that is out.
Or add an additional. So now 3 Sun Titans come down, attacking each person. The original's not.
Okay.
But we are doing,
I can't believe you're already throwing me into this. All right.
we are, like, if all math works perfectly, this is what we're doing. If we have both Blade of Selves and Legion Loyalty out, and Blade of Selves is equipped to Sun Titan, and we have an Isshin.
Okay.
This is, like, everything's gone perfect. So each of these are going to trigger Myriad 1 time. But we have Isshin out, each Myriad triggers an additional time. So you have 4 instances of Myriad triggering.
Okay, because this would trigger, the card under it would trigger, and then because of Isshin, each of those would
Trigger
do
again.
So that's 4 on Sun Titan.
Correct.
Okay.
And then if we have this out, they each trigger an additional time, so that's 6.
Because the extra one also gets doubled by Isshin.
Not
Not doubled.
Not double.
Added.
Additional.
It's only doubled because it happens to be 1,
Yes.
not because it's doubling. Okay. So that added 1, but that added 1, so now we're up to 6.
Exactly.
Yikes.
So all of that, if all of this is out in Sun Titan swings, one person has a 6/6 coming at them.
And the other two are 36?
Have 6/6/6s, so 36 damage swing at them.
Okay.
Do you see how that just
Gets out of hand.
exactly? And there are other abilities in this creature pile that stack in similar ways, such as melee, and a lot of keywords that'll help you understand later. We can do an entire video,
Well, we're going to play some one-on-ones.
and I'm going to help you understand
Right.
it. So these two piles are just getting triggers. And you know what helps get triggers? Additional combats.
Oh, okay. This is a concept that I've heard about it. I don't really understand it. This is Genji
Genji glove?
artifact. Equipped creature has double strike, which we've talked about.
Yes.
Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. All right. And then it says equip 3.
That's the equip cost.
All right, so I pay the 5
To get
generic
on the
mana,
field.
and then to equip it to whichever I want to equip it to, it costs another 3. But I get a...
I'm going to call you on this one. I like that that's where you had the questions and not on the 2 equipments I showed you earlier.
Well, I saw those, I just didn't ask. So I've seen it enough now.
All right.
Full throttle. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. Wow, at the beginning of each... That seems unfair.
It's also 6 mana.
Okay, so all-out assault. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have death touch. When this enchantment, it's an enchantment. If it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase, which means I then get an attack after that main phase.
So you want to play that on your second main phase.
Okay,
So you go through combat, second main, play that, get another combat, then another main phase.
okay. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. Wow.
Yes.
All right. This is a very combat-heavy deck.
Yes, this is very much a combat heavy deck. This is protection. Ways to keep all your combat focused creatures alive. Like Dolem Gate, prevent all combat damage to be dealt to attacking creatures you control.
Are they... It's a combination of
Artifacts, instants, and an enchantment that just lets you pay 0 to untap a creature and remove it from combat.
Remove it from combat, but not the battlefield. So you're just...
Yeah, it
Okay.
just untaps and says, psych, I got my trigger, now I'm not doing anything, no one hurt me.
Okay.
No, I've gone through all of these, but not the center pile. Well, that's lands.
Are they all basics?
There's a few non-basics.
But okay. I think I get lands.
Yeah, just a little bit of balancing your mana types and things like that, mana fixing, and also Bajuka Bog because graveyard removal is very beneficial, but that's beside the point. This pile is the pile that you are going to love and hate the most.
Okay.
It is removal. So this is where you're going to come down to threat assessment and instant speed interaction. I say that with sorcery on top, but I also know how you love board wipes, and I put one of my favorites on top.
Okay. People don't like this one.
No,
Okay.
because it's so good at what it does.
Right. Choose one or more. And that includes mine.
Yes.
All right. Caustic Deluge, another sorcery. Is an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. All creatures get -X until...
So X is however much life you pay.
So if I have plenty of life and I pay 10,
All creatures get -10, -10.
yikes. All right. Vandal Blast. Target, okay. Chaos War. We've talked about some of these.
Yeah. Actually, let me find. I believe this one was one of our 13 questions.
Yes. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human creature token. Just a nice.
Yeah. But as you can see, not quite as many as the creatures, but there's a hefty amount of removal in here because you want your creatures to survive combat, and what better way of doing that than by removing any blockers or anything that can do damage to them.
Okay.
So that's the concept of the deck. You're going to try to maximize your value, get some extra combat, and beat someone's face in.
Okay. The end goal is the same as my
Yes,
Kamal and Sakashima.
but doing it in a different way.
Okay. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. I figure by keeping the same generalized win con of combat damage, it'll help you embrace this, and I can help you with keywords as we go. Oh, sorry. In the protection pile, I did forget one really fun type of protection.
Taunt from the Rampart, sorcery. Goad all creatures your opponents control. Until your next turn, those creatures can't block. Until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you if able.
So in a 4-person game, this is a way to make sure your opponents are all tapped down. They have no creatures up to block.
Because they have to attack.
Exactly. And your creatures just get to say all the damage.
Wow. Sorcery, so not instant, but on my turn, I'm in good shape if I'm.
Well, it's going to get back to you because
Right.
everyone else is attacking each other.
Okay.
In 1v1, not very useful.
Right.
Outside of saying, I'm not allowed to block. But
Okay.
in multiplayer game, such a good card.
But I can still learn how to use it in a 1v1. Okay. I'm ready.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and get to it then.